It's Sunday, the 23rd of October 2016. Bit chilly out there today. Oh, yes, I'm just back in from church. And I leave to go to church on a Sunday at about 20 past 8 in the morning. And it was a bit cold today, dear. There's no one out. Oh, it's wonderful. Wonderful. There's no one out. Nice and peaceful and quiet as I cycle through the countryside in Wokingham to get to the Corpus Christi Church. Very, very cold. They're thinking about doing a midnight mass at Christmas this year, so I'm tempted by a midnight mass. Oh, yes, at that time. Now, I didn't know, but apparently the priests are only allowed to do so many masses a day. Did you know that? Yes. So he was saying if he does a midnight one, then he won't be able to do one at 9 in the morning. I never knew that. All that time, I didn't know that. With Christmas coming up soon, boys and girls. And here's my tip. Here's a little tip for Christmas, okay? Get something for someone that they wouldn't buy themselves. And for children, something to play with. Don't go to the parents and say, oh, what would you like me to get them for Christmas? Oh, well, they need clothes or they need this. That's not what it's about, dear. I mean, remember when you was a child, all right? Did you open a box and find a pair of trousers or a jumper? And did you think, oh, it's not a toy? I bet you did, didn't it? It never really happened to me. I always got toys. We were never given clothes or anything like that. All this, he needs a jacket. He needs, what, for Christmas? No, it is a joyous time, boys and girls. A joyous time for playing with each other and your toys. You need toys. I want toys for Christmas now, and I'm 53. I want electric train sets. I want a garden railway. Oh, yeah, that would be fab. You know, I'd have to have a little shed. Oh, no, I wouldn't. I've got one on the side of the house. I could have trains in the shed on the side of the house. And then I could go out there or do it from in here and watch through the windows, push a couple of buttons, and little engines would fly out. For the steam ones, and I go for the diesel ones and the electric ones. I think I prefer the steam ones. And they would go around the garden in little loops and come back in again. That's what I want for Christmas. So let me advise. Or Scalextrics. Oh, wow. Wonderful stuff we had at Christmas. Electric train, not computer games. You know, I mean, look, here's the difference. You know, pretend this is a Happy Christmas, a computer game. I mean, how is that exciting? No. Oh, something just dropped off there. No. You want a big box with engines and railways and little cars and controllers. I don't know. Happy Christmas. Oh, well. So there, even the older children, they want toys. They don't want clothes. Please. Oh, he needs a coat. No, we'll go and buy him a coat at another time. Coats are not for Christmas. Presents and toys are for Christmas. Toys, that's what we want. Shania, because we were talking about Christmas yesterday, you see. Shania says, I have nearly finished all my Christmas shopping. I started around August. Oh, that's pushing a boat a bit, Shania. Jimmy, August, dear. August. Oh, it's so early. Even Harrods didn't have their Christmas decorations area open at Christmas. I don't think they did anyway. I might be wrong there. Thank you to Simon, who continues to send in jokes. Please don't send in jokes. I get enough of it in pubs. Oh, Chris, can I tell you this joke? No, don't tell me the joke, because it won't be funny. And they continue to tell the joke, and then it comes to the end, and you can see the disappointment on their face when I haven't laughed. But I'm not going to laugh at the jokes in the pubs. It's just, no. If it's coming from a microphone on a stage, then I might laugh, but not in me. Oh, Chris, have you heard the one? No, I don't want to hear it, dear. No. Simon, I'm going to stop reading out your jokes. I'm sorry. Going to stop reading them out. Thank you. No more jokes. All right, okay, one then. My friend just said he's bought a shop in Saudi Arabia. I said, Dubai? He said, yeah, and sell. Do you get it? Do buy and sell. No, it's not funny, so please stop selling in jokes, dear. God's sake, man. So yesterday, I got the old hedge cutter out. I'm not very straight at that. I'm not very straight. In fact, I don't know if you was with us a couple of months ago. You may remember I told you that I tried to use the hedge trimmer and trim down this holly bush a bit, and it didn't look straight. And there was a thick bit, so I had to get the saw out, and I sawed that. Then I tried again. It still didn't look right. I sawed a bit more, done it, and then in the end, I just pulled the whole thing up. Can't cut a straight line, I'm afraid. Are you any good at that? You see some people with hedges, and they've like cut chickens in the shape of a chicken, or not a chicken. What's the mouth? Cockerel. They've cut a cockerel shape, haven't they? You know, there's the beak. There's the beak. And things like that, and towers, and there's a couple of beautiful hedges on the way to Wokingham when I cycled down through the countryside. Beautiful, dear. How do they do that? Do they get someone in to do it? They must do, I suppose. I don't know. So I cut my hedge, cut the grass. I say I cut the grass. There wasn't a lot need cutting, but I'm surrounded here by pine trees, and the needles, long needles, get everywhere, dear. So that kind of hoovers them up as it goes around the grass. So I did that yesterday. Talking of Dubai, I was talking to Ronnie yesterday, and him and his other half, Andy. It's his birthday soon. His other half's Andy. It's his birthday. I think he's 28 this year, and I've got him a nice little gift. Got him a gift. You have to. You know, nothing over the value of £5, mind. You know, it's not my boyfriend, is it? You know, if you was my boyfriend, I'd be spending hundreds on you. But don't let that tempt you to send me a message and ask for a date, okay? Don't. But I'd spend hundreds, dear. Oh, you can't beat a nice cup of tea at this time of the morning. So he's going to Dubai. I think it's tomorrow, and they're now. I mean, it's bad enough going to one of those countries. I mean, it frightens me to go to somewhere like that. It does. They're now talking about hiring a car and going out into the desert to explore. Oh, my God. They'll have their heads cut off. Oh, God. There'd be a video. There'd be a video on Al Jazeera television, wouldn't there? There'd be a video on there. There'd be my mate Ronnie and his other half in orange tracksuits kneeling down with that black flag behind them, dear, and the saw thing. What is it? Is it a saw? I don't know what they use. Sword, perhaps? Something like that. Or even worse, an electric one. One of those electric jigsaws that you get from home base. They use one of those. Mind you, that'd keep them quiet for a bit longer, wouldn't it, I suppose? Would you? Would you hire a Jeep and go and explore the desert in Saudi Arabia, dear? Not Saudi Arabia, was it Dubai? Dubai. Is Dubai Saudi? My geography's crap. I got unclassified for geography, thank you very much. No, thank you, dear. No, we'll stick to the caravan holidays. He'll have a nice time in Dubai, I'm sure he will. Here, look at this. Now, boys and girls, you've been using your wrong hand, haven't you? Eh? Now, how long have you been using that same hand? Eh? Doesn't work very well anymore, does it? Starting to get a bit boring, are you? Why don't you swap hands? It's much more fun. It really is. Here's the... Pardon? No. Please. On this programme, not that sort of thing, dear, no. If you wait for the story... See, you got to wait for the story, dear. You're rushing me. Mobile phone signal problems? Try using the phone with your right hand. If you are having a hard time making a call on your mobile, the answer could be as simple as switching your phone to the other hand. Have you tried this yet? A study has found that some smartphone users get better reception when they use their right hand instead of their left to hold their mobile phone, particularly if it's an iPhone. I do hope you're watching this programme on an iPhone, are you, darlings? Anything above 5S. 5S and above is the best. Oh, it really is. If you've got one of those nasty little Samsung things or some Android things, if you've got an Android, dear, please stop watching this programme. Don't embarrass yourself for watching this programme on an Android, dear. Please. iPhones only. It's because the internet and internal antenna is the in the phone, which receives the signals, is partially blocked when the handset is in the left hand. Well, they don't tell you this on the instructions, do they? No one tells you Only when you're experimenting yourself do you decide whether your left hand gives you the most signal or your right hand. Signal strength on the iPhone 6S, which costs 600 quid, is 20 times stronger when it's used in the right hand rather than the left. Other makes of phone, which they put in small letters, the HTC, Samsung and Microsoft, are less prone to this. A study said, our findings show there's a surprising change in call performance when you switch hands. Now, what do I use, left or right? Hang on, I don't know. Hello? I think I use my right hand anyway. But there you go. So if you're having mobile phone signal problems, give it a go. Well, might as well try it, mightn't you, dear? Try it. Use your right hand instead of your left hand tonight, boys. And see if it makes any difference. Okay? Now, talking of internet-type things, we are starting to get things that are all connected to the internet, aren't we? Fridges that... Oh, God, a bird flew at the window then. I think it's probably landed in my gutter and is at this moment plucking bits of my wire brush out of the gutter. I've got this wire, not a wire brush, like this long... it's called a hedgehog. And it's like a long brush, and you put it in the gutter and it stops the leaves from building up there, so you don't have to go up the ladder and 3 or 4 times a year now and empty them. Anyway, Englishman spends 11 hours trying to make a cup of tea with a Wi-Fi kettle. Now, I didn't know there was such a thing. A Wi-Fi kettle. This bloke wanted a cup of tea. Little did he know he would have to spend 11 hours waiting for his new high-tech kettle to boil the water. 11 hours, dear. I'd be gasping, wouldn't you? Oh, do you like my cups? These were a gift to me, actually, from Sylvie, a lady called Sylvie, who is Justin's mum, who runs the steam coach in Hemel Hempstead, where I used to DJ a long time ago now. It's actually quite a few years ago now. This bloke who lives in Hove, England. Now, Hove's a nice place that's next to Brighton. Don't go and live in Brighton. What a dump. Brighton is a dump, I'm telling you now. Horrible place. Hove, like 10 minutes, not even, about 5 minutes down the road from Brighton. Lovely. Isn't it funny? They can get some places so close to each other, and one half's a dump and the other place is nice. Anyway, he set about trying to make a cup of tea at around 9 o'clock in the morning. But thanks to his Wi-Fi enabled kettle, it wasn't long before he ran into trouble. 3 hours later, the kettle was still having problems. The main issue seemed to be that the base station was not able to communicate with the pet kettle itself. The kettle refused to play ball. A key problem seemed to be that the man's kettle didn't come with software that would easily allow integration with other devices in his home, including Amazon Echo, which is like Apple's Siri, allows users to tell connected smart devices what to do. Now, that's that thing that you can talk to. Yes, you can. Hello, make me a cup of tea, please. Hello, play ABBA the day before you came. You speak to this thing and things just happen. Very clever. But clearly it doesn't work that well. Ritman, who's the man, was trying to build the integration functionality himself. Then after 11 hours, breakthrough. The kettle started responding to voice control and finally success. A cup of tea. 11 hours, dear. 11 hours. Although some people following his progress justifiably wondered what was wrong with the old technology. Exact. Why do they waste their money on this stuff? And talking of cups of tea. Oh, well, it's happened again. So I was in Starbucks. Now, I don't often go in Starbucks. Sometimes on a Thursday I go in there. Just before work, if I'm early enough. And I ordered myself a large cup of tea, and she did it. And, I'm looking over there for the milk. And it was just before they were closing. I couldn't see the milk over there. And as I looked back, she's got the blooming bottle here, pouring this stuff in. I said, no, love, no. Too much milk, dear. Far too much milk. And she rolled her eyes. She rolled her bloody eyes at me. Honestly, Why is it that everyone assumes that everyone wants half a pint of milk in their bloody tea, dear? Just a few drops, that's all we need. So I said, you're going to have to do that again. I'm not having that. So she rolled her eyes. I said, well, I did tell you not to put too much. I had already told her, don't put any milk in. So she made it again, dear. And I said, and then she was putting the milk into another cup to give to me, right? Instead of giving me the bottle. Why don't you just give me the bottle? No. So I said, I only want a very small bit. She fills up the other cup like that. And I put a few drips in and give it, there you go, my darling. And she chucks it away. What a bloody waste. No idea at all. Milk on the side. What is wrong with people? God's sake, not a clue. One more bit of news here, and then we'll do the birthdays today. Look at this. A wreck of a German U-boat has found off the coast of Stranraer. How do you say that? Stranraer in Bonnie, Scotland. Looks a bit rusty now, though, doesn't it? You see, that German stuff isn't made as well as it used to be. How can it be rusting like that? How old is this? The wreck of a German U-boat that sank almost... It's only 100 years old. Honestly, they don't make them like they used to. Take my socks, for example. Just a moment. I'm just going to pull one off for you now. Now, they do not make these like they used to. These socks are only about 3 years old. I can't believe it. Look, 1 minute. I can't get the damn thing off now. Oh. Look at these socks. Terrible, love. They don't make them like they used to. Look, it's almost wearing thin now. Now, Ronnie, my mate, thinks I should chuck these. Actually, you can't really see that, can you? No, I'll put it back on. I'll show you the foot instead. 1 moment, please. We're trying to connect your call. Thank you. Oh, it's 11:20. Nearly time for me to put my dinner on. I have early dinner on Sundays. Let me move my tea over here. Look at this, look. And that, do you think, how much longer on these socks have we got, do you reckon? Eh? They are starting to go a little bit thin. My mate says he's going to come in here one day. Can you see the heel? I know you can see a little bit of flesh through there, but I reckon there's another 2 years left in those, don't you? He reckons one day, when I'm out, he's going to go and buy a load of socks, chuck all my ones away, and then just take the money and leave the receipt in the drawer. How outrageous is that? I think there's loads of wear left in that sock, dear. Loads of wear, at least 2 years. I mean, it's not like there's a hole in there, is it? Just a little bit thin, that's all, a little bit thin. Wish I could be a little bit thin, but we can't have everything, dear. We can't all be thin. It goes on this story. Remarkably, sonar images show the missing World War I submarine is highly intact, largely intact, and lying off the Galloway coast. Experts believe the vessel could be a UB-85. Isn't that a pop group? UB-85? I don't know. A sub that sank in 1918. However, naval folklore suggests it may have been attacked by a sea monster. Oh yes. Where's Loch Ness? Maybe Loch Ness moved up the road a bit. The entire crew of the U-boat is reported to have abandoned ship due to the monster attack. Once aboard the British ship HMS Coriopolis, I can't say that. Their commander, Captain Crash, described their encounter. Look at this. Oh, look at this. Look at this boat. Look at it. It's a bit orange, isn't it? Have you run out of ink, Johnny? Did you run out of ink? He's said to have spoken of a beast with large eyes set in a horny sort of skull with teeth that could be seen glistening in the moonlight. Give me the moonlight. He apparently claimed that the sub was so damaged in its battle with the monster it could no longer submerge it. You see? So if you're thinking of attacking the UK, boys and girls, do be very careful. We have many, many monsters going round and round the country protecting our shores. Thank you very much. Do be careful. It's birthday time, boys and girls. Whose birthday could it be today? Happy 48th birthday today to Nicholas David Hogg, karaoke host extraordinaire, I believe, Nicholas. Happy birthday, sir. My very, very good friend, Carl Rex Mawson. Not monsoon. I thought you were monsoon for a moment. Monsoon, what's that? That's a lot of rain, isn't it? Are you feeling damp from a lot of rain today? Damp from what? Damp from a lot of rain today. Happy birthday to Carl Rex Mawson. Happy birthday, sir. Oh, yes, my good friend. 30 years old. Happy birthday to Phoenix BB. Little singer there. Happy birthday, Phoenix. Happy birthday, Lewis Simmons. Are you hiding from me, Lewis? I haven't seen you for such a long time, dear. Are you still riding around on those little horses? Are you going to be an Ascot? Are you ever going to race at Ascot or something like that? Happy birthday, Lewis. Happy birthday to Andy Pagota. Happy birthday, Andy. You look very relaxed in front of that tree there. Terry Lee Rose. Oh, little Terry. I haven't seen you for a few years. Good friend of Nicky French, who represented the UK in the Eurovision Song Contest a few years ago. Happy birthday, Terry. And happy birthday to one of our lovely Manilow ladies, Julie Andrews. Not the Julie Andrews. The hills are alive with the sound of music. Not that Julie Andrews. Another Julie Andrews. Okay. Happy birthday, Julie. All right. One of our lovely Manilow girls. Here comes the song, gang. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to all of you. All right? Happy birthday to you all. It's Sunday night tonight, so I'll be hosting karaoke as ever at the Golden Lion in Sydenham. That starts at 8 o'clock and finishes at 12 midnight. Every Sunday, okay? Once again, tonight and every Sunday, join us for karaoke at the Golden Lion in Sydenham from 8 o'clock until 12 midnight. Have a nice Sunday.